Today's episode is brought to you by the Pre-Market Movers. Check us out at thepremarketmovers.com. We are your number one source for everything Wall Street related, broadcasting to you live on social audio platforms worldwide. You can catch us on Clubhouse as well as Twitter Spaces, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays at 7:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Check us out online at thepremarketmovers.com. That's thepremarketmovers.com.
How are you? What's going on, everybody? It's your boy. I got to do it because everybody's going to say, oh, that ain't really him. Sorry. It's your boy, Mr. 180. I am in the building. I am the owner and founder of 180 Lyfe, 180lyfe.com. So I am the founder of a marketing company that has turned into a worldwide marketing company, and the CEO and founder of 180 Lyfe Enterprise Magazine. We believe that if you are a small business, big business, middle-sized business, all you need is the right advertisement and the right push. We work together to make sure that you get to where you want to be. Also, we have a belief where your network depicts your net worth. So what we do is we connect the dots. We're just the glue, and you part of the puzzle. That's all it is.
So you do advertisement, marketing, and you have a magazine.
I do. So it's so many levels to it. So I started off with photography. Mm-hmm. So I own my own photography studio and videography company. I have an entertainment company, which I manage 4 different artists. I also do social media marketing for 16 different companies. So basically, instead of you having to worry about what's going on in this social media world, you let us do that. And you go ahead and focus on what you need to do to make sure your company keeps pushing and thriving.
Yo, that's dope. We got another peacock here, ladies and gentlemen.
So yes, I do a little bit of it all. I started 180 Lyfe with just a dream. I took the I out of 180 Lyfe because it's not about I anymore. It's about the why. I'm living for why. And so I do motivational speaking. I give back to my community with, I go to different schools that I have partnered with, continuation schools, alternative schools. And I let them know it's not how you start, but it's how you finish. And if you put everything that you have into your dreams and your goals, I promise they'll make room for you. I promise them.
Okay. See, it's been talking to people for a while now, and it's like, you know, when someone is selling you something and when it's like, that's their spirit. This is you. So it's like, where did that come from? Where did that started from somewhere? Where did that come from?
So, basically, I give it to my mom and Big Mama. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got no Big Mamas really much in the world these days. But I give it from them. They were always givers. And they've always told me I'll get the last thing if it's not getting me back what I want. I'm not one that, oh man, what can I get out of it? What can I get out of it? So I give it to them because my parents would give, we was the neighborhood house. You know what I'm saying? My Big Mama house was the neighborhood house. If you didn't have nowhere to go, you go to Big Mama house. And she was everybody's Big Mama. Some days you get mad because you're like, man, this is my grandma. You know what I'm saying? And you just want that time with her, but you have to understand that, hey, you know, you got to be a giver. And once I realized, and I went through the motions and had to realize some things the hard way, that, hey, this giving spirit that I have, if I use it in the right ability, it's going to make room for me. So that's what I do, man. That is literally what I do.
It's pretty much you're in the art of giving. That's it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, let's break this down because, you know, when I seen you on social media running around, well, you know, it's highly active. I'm like, man, this guy doesn't stop. But
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What intrigued me the most is, cause I like to deconstruct things, is your magazine.
Yes, sir.
Cause I'm like, okay, you got a magazine and I'm looking at your graphics. I'm seeing your covers. You got them coming out. And I said, how do you do that? How?
So with the magazine, basically with me, I call myself the serial entrepreneur. The magazine was my 7th business that I had opened. I woke up one day and you on a podcast and you try to get a little sponsorship and people to advertise with you and people ain't really biting on that. And I'm like, okay, but I got 5,000 friends. The numbers don't lie. What is the issue? And then I said, you know what? I want to make a book where people can tell their story. Because once people know my story and the why, then they start becoming a fan and they, you know what I'm saying? They start following me and really get a part of oh man, this is what he's really doing. So I told myself, hey, we're going to live that with everybody that we meet. Hey, listen, you do know if you tell the story behind the podcast or behind the business, people might not buy your clothes that you're selling. You get what I'm saying? Because, hey, I can't fit that. But they'll support you and buy it and put it in the closet, maybe in the back, and maybe wear it that one time when they see you. You know what I'm saying? It might not be their style. But because they support you 100% of the time, I remember when I first started supporting Fantasia. That's my favorite singer. Mm-hmm. Once I learned the story behind the growl that she does, guess what? Everything they said about her when they was trying to mess up her career, everything. I'm a real Fantasia fan. We going to the dirt with her. You know what I'm saying? So I took that into an aspect of that's what you got to put into the magazine. And a lot of people don't understand getting to these top tier magazines at the grocery store, different things. A lot of people don't get those things will make room for you. Your value just went up. You inside of a magazine, you're not worth the $30 that you was before. Now you're $60 because guess what? More people know who I am. This is what I have to offer. These are the awards. You know what I'm saying? So it comes to the point of saying, hey, I wanted to make sure that I'm that glue that puts your company back together and keeps you relevant, keeps you doing things. And so somebody told me, man, once you get to your 7th issue, things are going to become smooth sailing. And it took a lot to get to month number 7. It was a couple times you like, man, I don't want to do this no more. People not buying magazines no more. I didn't have the digital platform at the time. It just is a lot, and it's a lot of money that goes into it. Now I'm blessed to be smooth selling. I've had celebrities reach out to me, ask me to be a part, and so it's just now it's like I tell a lot of people, you have to be consistent. And once I told myself, listen, whoever doesn't want to help me, I'm still going to do it. And that's really what happened, bro, was the fact of I knew a couple magazine owners. Nobody wanted to help me. And I said, you know what? We're going to figure this out by ourselves. Month number 1, I didn't like. Everybody was just because they was a 180 Lyfe fan, they was buying. And month number 1 is the reason why when I got to month number 4 and I wanted to quit, I had to remember what month number 1 everybody had bought the what I thought was terrible. You get where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
And then now we're in month number 10. And yeah, you can't, like I be telling people, oh yeah, this is the best I put out yet. It comes to a point where when celebrities reach out to me, it was like, hey, I seen your magazine at this party. And I'm like, wow, I just got a text the other day by a celebrity and he texted my phone personal. Phone number to phone number. It's not his HR, not his PR. Phone number to phone number. Hey, what's up? This me. And I'm like, oh, okay, what's going on? I'm thinking people playing on my phone. What's up? Oh, I seen the magazine. I need in, man. What I need to do? And it becomes a blessing. But, a lot of people have to understand you have to invest into what you need. Your business, you have to invest your money into the right thing. Sow your seeds into the right thing so then you can grow, So that's how that started.
Oh man, that's dope. So, all right. So, and I want to speak for someone who hears that very motivational story and say, all right, look, I want a magazine or a book of some, well, let's just stay with the magazine realm. What steps do I have to take to even in order to get it going so it can be a reality?
The thing is, this is what I tell a lot of people. And I'm not going to get churchy on you. I am the pastor's son, but I got to use a little bit of the words that I know. When I was in the world doing whatever I was doing, you know what I'm saying? I researched what I was doing. I invested into the top classes. You get what I'm saying? Let's even speak on when you're in college. You invest into getting to the top university. You know what I'm saying? You got to do your research. You got to do your homework. That's the same thing in business. you own a magazine company, you can hit me up on Facebook. I promise. I think I'm one of the realest people. I will talk to you. I have no problem with talking to anybody. But, invest into what you want it to be. Hey, look, I've had people that tell me, hey, your magazine's not fit for my company, but this one is. Hey, we're into the fashion industry. If you want to open up a fashion magazine or a barbershop talk magazine or something like that, you got to sit there and first off research, what do I need to do? You know what I'm saying? You'll learn little business stuff that has to happen before you put your magazine out there. Number 2, make sure that you're relevant. Make sure that you're putting out relevant content, because you only get 5 seconds to get people's attention. The thing with me is I learned that covers and pictures, as much as you want people to read what you're writing and things that people are writing, people are looking at the pictures and the colors. It's sad that this is the world we live in, but then they'll go back and be like, oh, okay, that one looks kind of interesting. Let me read what they got going on. You know what I'm saying? So I tell people that are in my magazine, hey, listen, make sure you got something that's eye-catching. You know what I'm saying? I make sure that all the graphics inside, which I do have a team, but at the end of the day, I go through each and every page, make sure the graphics are good and vibrant and, hey, stands out. I want you to be able to see it all the way across the room,
Oh, okay. This is the second time I've had a conversation about colors. It's like you're learning that colors is like they talk to you without actually talking to you.
Yeah.
And that's powerful. Okay. Man, you shouted out 7 different businesses. We doing this real quick, y'all. Okay. And you're, cause you're in this entertainment industry. You say you're an actor.
I am an actor. I am an actor. I knew we was gonna get this. So in a hit come up movie that's coming out, I don't have no speaking parts, so y'all don't be looking for me to say nothing on TV. But I am gonna be there. You're gonna see the big shiny head up in the So yeah. So and it's been fun. It's been fun, man. It's been fun.
Does active play a prominent role in your entrepreneurship?
It does. Again, everywhere I go, I network. I'm trying to network somewhere. I was blessed to be on set with Angela Bassett, and I'm not one of the ones that fan out. Like, it we were just all on the same movie set, but I still networked everywhere, and it takes me away from my acting career takes me away from my everyday life because my schedule is so crazy. But she told me something that really stuck out to me. She said, hey, listen, be careful who you're around. Be careful what you do because you're on your way. And it told me that, hey, no matter where you go, I'm going to wear something that's part of my brand. I'm going to be something that's part of my brand. I'm going to be my brand's billboard. You get where I'm coming from? But that acting side turns into, it kind of turned a light switch on, man. It makes me like, okay, this is me. You know what I'm saying? You get to do a lot of different acting. I've done a lot of different little shows. I've had speaking parts. I've been in a lot of different productions and plays and stuff. I just did a traveling play. Just came off tour. I was blessed to be a part of that. And it turns you into these people that you like. I was a police officer in a play, and I never thought I'd ever be a cop. So I just was like, okay, this is a little bit much for me, but I'm going to do it like I know. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, it's fun, man. It turns into fun. So, and then just meeting all the people, and then you start getting closer to the fans and the people, and I just be blessed, Like, man, they really know my name, man. They really know who Archie is,
Man, your life sounds awesome. I mean, from over here in Michigan, it sounds awesome.
Like I tell a lot of people, you learn how to juggle really, really fast. You learn how to juggle. I am married and family life and acting and managing, and some months I'm in 7 different states, and so you're like, okay, boom. That's where the complexity of acting comes into. Because I remember when I last year I was part of 3 different productions at one time, and during practice at one of the productions, I was in the mindset of the first production. So I was using an accent from the first production. They're like, what is going on? What are you doing? What line is that? We don't. And I'm like, oh man, I'm in the wrong. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Let me get into this production. So it just comes to a point of juggling, you know what I'm saying? Getting things together and making sure I got a good team behind me. And I couldn't be nothing without them. And I'm very grateful for them.
Okay, you touched on something because you said you got a good team because 7 different businesses, you must have a team.
Yes.
Yes, you must. And
people have to realize you have to build a good, steady team. People that are going, you can trust. You know, there's been times I'm not able to go to production and watch people over their shoulder. You got to make sure that the team can still get things done. Because I'm on contract. Like with me, I was on contract with a particular company, and I have to film. If I'm in filming, I can't be at my computer watching what's going on. You got to make sure you got somebody in the team that, hey, we got to keep this rolling because we got a deadline to catch. Not only just that, my team, I've been blessed. We're a family. One thing about 180 Lyfe, we believe in family. Everybody's aunt. I'm the uncle of everybody. Okay, so it's like you get all these people that are in family mode, so they make sure that I rest. They make sure that, hey, this is too much. This is not enough. Hey, let's do this. Let's do that. You know what I'm saying? So you get into the point where, hey, your team, especially, you have to make sure you can trust them because it's so much stuff going on, you know, and it's a lot. Not just financially, but mentally and physically. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people are like, oh man, you got to trust them because they're going to touch your money. Yeah, you got to trust them for that too. I do have a financial team that I do trust them with that too. But my hands is literally, I'm in every project I'm a part of. Every month I have to see it before it can go out to the public. So I've gotten to that point. That's the part that gets tired.
Like just like you said, juggling, just managing everything and making sure all the dots are connected properly. Make sure everybody's happy. And hey, I see it in your face, brother. I see it in your face.
The thing is, what I had to learn was everybody's not going to be happy. I'm sorry to tell that one business owner that thinks they can please everybody. And I give it like this, an example. My mom and my dad, I can please my mom. And then my dad will say another thing. Like, oh, well, this isn't right. You know what I'm saying? Go outside of that. You can please the shoe store down the street. And they'll say, you're doing great marketing. You're doing so great. But then this other client might come around and be like, oh, you're terrible. You're not going to please everybody. But the thing is like I tell people, if you stay consistent and you keep that standard, this is what we do, this is how we do it, then it won't be oh, well, some people this, some people say this, some people say that. No, the standard is consistency. And you have to stay with that. So I wouldn't say I try to please everybody. I'm being a serial entrepreneur. I got so much going on. So from photography to magazine life to management, it's like, okay, hey, you got to keep all the clients happy, but you got to also understand your client. This client might not like this, while this client needs extra help on this, and this. You know, so it's a juggle. It's a juggle.
Yeah, because now to touch on what you said, because like if you're dealing with clients, you know, what we have to understand is even though you may be dealing with corporations, at the end of the day, these corporations are people. And people have many different paradigms within themselves. So, you know, some people get frustrated easy. Some people are easygoing. Some people are stern. So you know, it's funny you say that because it was like, I heard somebody say something recently because they said I don't remember who said it, but I'm paraphrasing. The myth between personal and business is like, you got to separate the two. It's like, no, they have to come together. Now, you can allocate the time, but at the same time, in order for you to progress in your business, you have to put yourself into it.
Correct. That is. So the thing is, like I tell my team, I am 180 Lyfe. They say, what is, I'm 180 Lyfe. I am, you know what I'm saying? And for anybody that's listening, you are your brand. You are your company. No matter which way you turn, if you want your company to be successful, you have to intertwine the two. You know, anybody that works with us, they have to talk to Mr. 180 because I am 180 Lyfe. You know, now time wise, I'll put my phone on D&D or do not or different stuff silent where, hey, this is my personal time. I have to get sleep. I have to rest. You know, in my arena, people feel like they can message me at 3 and 4 and 5 in the morning. And like, I'm not, like, I guess I don't sleep. And it's like, you get to a point where you're like, hey, I am 180 Lyfe, but I still have a life. And I got to be able to separate the two. When you have a family and, you know, I'm married, I have a wife and children and different things, you're like, okay, hey, listen, I got to have my family time. Because, you know, when my wife's not putting up with go. Like, hey, listen, you got to nurture that relationship just as much as you nurture the business relationship. Now, I'm going to say this on the flip side. My wife had to come to the understanding I am 180 Lyfe. So when we do go to restaurants and people want a picture, or I put on a lot of events. I have a lot of events that go on, and we do go places, and I do get invited places. I am 180 Lyfe, and you are 180 Lyfe. So this is the life that you get what I'm saying? So, hey, this is what we do. When they say Mr. and Mrs. 180, you have to adapt that because this is the life I am. You get where I'm coming from? Now, after the camera's cut off and they say cut and it's a wrap and we go to the restaurant, I can respect the fact of, hey, I just want to eat dinner. Got you. Hit the phone on silent. Me, my wife, kids, we sitting there and we're going to have dinner. No cameras. We're not doing no pictures. Don't interrupt us. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you got to be able to separate the time, but the brand, if you want it to be what it is, brand it all the way around, 100%.
Manifestation.
Yes, sir.
Man. Oh, you fired me up today, brother. You fired me up today. He sat in the chair. He just got to going. Man. Yeah. You the pastor son for sure. For sure. But, okay, can we tap into, you being a manager for, musical artists? Well, what genre of music do you manage?
So, Bo Baby is that's my prize and joy. Everybody, nothing against anybody else that I manage. I have 3 hip hop artists and we have 1 soul singer. Bo Baby, he is 6 years old. He's a hip hop artist. You know what I'm saying? And he's on his way to the top. You know what I'm saying? It's a different ball game in management mode because I have to protect not only my brand, but I have to protect my artist brand. And so, going into the hip hop world, going into the soul singing, you know what I'm saying? Just different things. Like I tell them, it's really not management. It's more brand building. And that's where a lot of singers, actors, and different people that I do work with, I have to tell them from the jump. Yes, people use the word manager because, you know, that's just the world we live in. Oh, if you don't say manager, then you're not nothing connected to them. So yeah, I will wear that title, but like I tell them, I'm a brand protector and a brand builder, you know, so no matter what, we're building your brand with performances, appearances, you know what I'm saying, different things that we got going on.
That's interesting. How did you get into that field?
Basically, it comes from networking and just meeting different people. And like, they see my brand taking off. They see how my brand is doing. They see, oh man, he owns so hey, can you do this part? And that comes to the PR side of the magazine and different things that we got going on, because it does connect us with different other managers and other, you know, event space holders and just different things where it's like, oh wow, this is what they got going on. Let's do it this way. So basically it came from networking, and I come from a musically inclined family. So it just was like, okay, hey, I've been doing this since I was younger. Now let's take it to another level. It's just a lot different from the church than as they say, the world. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so this is you expanding out.
Yes.
So you taking all your family life from your mother, your big mama, the church, and your personality, and okay, you got photography, then you use the photography for your magazines, and that also comes with graphic art and networking with people, which leads to acting, which leads you to protecting people's brands. So now you expand it out like one of those long balloons that the clowns tie up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that is very interesting. And it sounds like it's all in the same genre, but it's different things.
Right.
Like
So, like I tell a lot of people, it's still all HR and marketing.
Okay.
It all comes back to we're HR marketing firm. Because if we do your photography and you want to get a business card, but from that photography you can use in a magazine article. You don't even have to use our magazine article, but you can use that photography in another magazine article that you're doing. And it turns into marketing. You have to market yourself the correct way. And that's where I took it on myself to make sure that people are marketing themselves correctly. Because people come through and they're not. I own a magazine company. I don't want no selfies. I'm sorry. We're not in the business of selfies. Leave that for your mama, your daddy, your boyfriend, girlfriend, whoever else want to look at the selfies. When it comes to a magazine and different things, managing and owning companies, you have to come professional. Because I can't walk up to Disney and Netflix with a selfie picture and say, hey, this is my client. But I can walk up there with a good headshot and some good shots and be like, oh, this is my client. This is how many followers they have. This is what they got going on. And it all comes down to how do you present yourself? And it comes to marketing and branding. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it that's how it all becomes a full circle. You know, how do you present yourself on social media? How do you look on social media? Are you out there starting riffraff? If when I click in your name, did you separate your business page and your personal page? A lot of people, I have both, but you'll barely see personal stuff on any of my pages. You're going to see people that are connected to 180 Lyfe on all the platforms. You get where I'm coming from? Because the simple fact of the matter is it comes to marketing. This day and age, I was just watching a video. They brought the young man's past up from 10 years ago and said, oh, yeah, he had to have done this today because he did it 10 years ago. So you got to be careful what you write right now. You know what I'm saying? Because when that break does come, the quick that you got it, the quick that is gone. So we teach people, hey, make sure your marketing is good now. Make sure that whatever you're posting is good now. You know?
Well, that's powerful, brother.
Yes, sir.
You said start now, work on your HR. That's the term. Okay. How do you source your clients, like, for your HR services? Like, do you normally go to your day-to-day and you use all your talents that you have and you pull those people in? Like, cause the way I'm thinking, you're like, oh, hey, you know, I'm Archie, you know, I do this, let's say you met him on the set while acting. Like, okay, you good, brother. You know what I'm saying? You cool. We both actors, whatever. Hey, I can get you some headshots. All right. You like, all right, cool. I could do that. Now you upsell them on their social media. Now you upsell them how to get on the magazine. Now you upsell them. Is that how it goes? Or
so upsell is a little when people use the word upsell, it makes me think about sales and like I got a sales pitch.
Okay.
But it is the truth. But I do have employees that I do tell them, don't settle for what they want. Try to upsell it. In any business that you go to, people are going to choose that. Me per se, because of my personality, people connect with me. And then once they get on social media and they realize who I am, I always, like I tell people, I have that elevator, it's called, I call it an elevator effect, where you're talking to somebody from the ground level to the third floor, right? And the minute I get off the elevator and you get to the fifth floor where you have to get up, and you're like, wait, I know him. And that's, I'm not the guy where they just, boom, I know who that is. I'm the guy where they think about it, or they'll get on the computer and they'll look at it, and they're like, oh wow, I know him. And they mad they didn't take a picture, and they mad they didn't do this. Now they looking through the whole building for me or whatever. But like I tell people is, I wouldn't call it an upsell. I just show people the money they're leaving on the table. And show you where there's some money that you didn't see that I seen when I look at your brand. My team, we do have a vetting team. So we go and we research brands. What is it? And we'll look at what is it that you per se need to make your brand go to the next level. Then we'll ask the owner of the brand, hey, what is it that you're trying to get to? What is your end goal? The issue with a lot of these brands and these businesses that start off, they don't have an end goal. That's also in relationships. If you're in a relationship, me and my wife, our end goal, we know the end goal. You can wake me up out of a deep sleep. What's the end goal? I can tell you the end goal is for us to be sitting in the country on a rocket chair watching our grandkids run through the land. You get what I'm saying? That's the end goal. So as a business, I tell people all the time, can I see your purpose statement? Let me see your mission statement. What is your purpose? You have a podcast. What for what? Okay, everybody got a podcast. So what makes you different from everybody else? These are free nuggets. These are free nuggets now. And then once I realize where you need that help, if you can't tell me your purpose statement, hey, look, this is what we need to do. We need to get on a monthly contract where I can help you create your purpose statement. We can sit here on the Zoom and we can go back and forth. Hey, this is the purpose of this. We can go, you get what I'm saying? And that's where the nuggets come in. Now, if you got all that together and it's like, hey, I'm just trying to get some more exposure. Hey, look, I got a magazine. You know what I'm saying? Everybody always knows me for, oh man, this dude got a personality. Who is he? And from there, from my emails to my team, make sure that the signatures are right. Hey, look, y'all go check out this. This is what I got going on. And once they realize, man, dude really got a lot. I have a little baby empire that I'm trying to build piece by piece. I just need people to tap in. That's it. And once they tap in, it's like I have an 85%. We just was in a meeting yesterday. I have an 85% of people that have tapped in and they're not leaving. They and I've been blessed to get to that point because it's always something that you have to do with your brand. If you need me to connect you to TV, if you need me to connect you to radio, if you want advertisement in this particular, hey, look, this is what we come to. We can make a package just for you.
Okay. You got my wheels turning now. All right.
Yeah.
The purpose statement.
Purpose statement.
Can you break that down? Purpose statement.
So a purpose statement. My thing is, what is the purpose of your business? TV production companies. I'm a photographer. I have a magazine. What is the reason? What was the reason for my magazine coming out? The reason was because there's all these small businesses and it's millions that people have never even heard of. I have to be real with the situation. You don't know all the small businesses in your city. You don't. 80% of people pass up the small businesses to go to Walmart. And they don't know that maybe there's a store right there that's as competitive as Walmart, and it's right next to them, but they don't know about it. So then, that's my purpose. What that was the purpose of the magazine. What's the purpose of that store? Hey, I want to be able to not only bring good quality, whatever they're selling to my community, but I want to show them that, hey, a black man did this. You know what I'm saying? I want to show them a different narrative. You know what I'm saying? I want to show them black men can lead the community. You know, I work with women that do hair. I just did a interview with a young lady. She creates hair. Her purpose was because her hair wouldn't grow. She has to make sure that she changed lives one hair unit at a time. I'll never forget her thing because it's so catchy. I'm changing lives one hair unit at a time. And I thought that was the most catchiest thing. And she had to explain to me what she does isn't for everybody. Because she does men units and all. I remember the first time, I'm bald. Yeah, I'm bald. So the first time I seen guys was getting waves, I thought it was crazy. But then you have to understand it turns into a mental thing. And that's their mental battle that they deal with. So they go to her to deal with, and you have to understand what is the purpose of whatever you're doing. I remember when I had my clothing store. My purpose for my clothing store was I wanted people to be fashionable at a low price, but still have the same thing and something very fashionable that they could wear to the club and to their homies and be like, oh yeah, bro, I'm still live, but at a low price. That was my purpose. And it turned into the neighborhood store. It did.
That's a nugget, y'all.
You gotta have a purpose statement. Because if you get to a point, and I work with a lot of corporate companies, and you want funding, you cannot walk into nobody bank without no purpose statement. I don't care how much money you say you gonna make. Okay, but what's the purpose of it? What's the reason? Why? They gonna keep saying why. Okay, yeah, I see the numbers. But what's the purpose? Oh, I don't know. Okay, well, let us know when you do know. And then you back at the drawing board. You done made all this money. And now you back at the drawing board. You can't get to the next level because you should have dealt with the foundation of it. So, yes, sir. Yes, sir. I ain't gonna go there. Go ahead.
No, you. Hey, I'm the type. I'm gonna let you go. Because one thing after me doing this show for a while, a lot of business owners, after the mics is off, they like, woo, that felt good. You know, it's okay. You're a little different because you're going on interviews a lot. Most of the people I talk to, they're not in the spotlight really. So there's a sense of relief to get all that business off their chest.
Right.
You know, and I'm learning that personally myself. I'm learning like, as my business grows, I need to go for walks.
Right.
And now talking to you, I'm going to go for walks and go through my purpose statement and put it back together. You know what I'm saying? We work it. It's like, all right, cool. Now back to work. So no, go, brother. Go. But I know we're really short of time. So I'm gonna get ready to land the plane. But before I do that, first, is there anything I missed that you would like to address to the audience?
Nah, just like I tell people, listen, guys, take it one day at a time. Remember, you have to build the foundation before you can build the house. And if they not letting you buy the land to build the house, go build your own house. Let me tell you what I did. I sat there. They wouldn't give me the door for me to walk through, so I built my own door. And I've been walking through it ever since. But I had to build the foundation. I had to start from the beginning. And you got to build the foundation. Get people to know who you are. Hey, I can do it. And then my last little nugget is stop sitting there on the porch saying, I wish I could. Go after it. Get out there. Go after it. If this is your dream, this is what I tell people all the time, I work with all types of businesses. And to me, it's not about the money. It comes to a point of, hey, if you can do it, let's do it. I got a friend right now that pays all her bills every month watering plants. That's all she does is water plants. She loves planting. She water plants. Her YouTube brings in $4,300 a month watering plants. That's it. That's all. She gives tutorials. Does everything. And it's like, wow. And I've watched and I've helped her grow. And I've gone through that. And it's like, okay, hey, keep going, but you gotta go after it. And you can't sit there and make excuses. Excuses is not gonna make you. It's just the excuses. For me, excuses get old because I'm the one that should be counted out. I'm the one that should have an excuse. And if I don't have an excuse, Why should you? I told every employee that's worked with me, I told everybody that's been a part of 180 Life, I should have an excuse. I should be the one that should, oh man, they didn't give me a chance. Oh man, I can't do this. Oh man, I don't make this much money. Oh man, I don't do that. Look, and I still get up every day and I go make it happen. You know? And my team will tell you that. We don't move quick enough, he gonna get on there and he gonna email him himself. I surely will. I will.
We gotta do this again.
Yeah, man.
Because it's so many layers you gotta peel, and it's like, you know, normally I talk to people and it's always something enlightening. You can get something enlightening from every person you meet. Right, but the past couple episodes I've been stuck. Like, all right. Okay, I'm gonna have to come back to you with it. You gotta process it. But with that being said, how can we connect with you? You know, if we want to tap in Mr. 180 Life, how can we connect with you?
Mr. 180 Life, listen, guys, you can go onto the website at 180lyfe.com. Again, that's 180lyfe.com. You can reach me on Facebook, Instagram, Archie J Jenkins. On Instagram at 180 Life, 1_180 show. I pop right up. You can also go on YouTube, check out the 180 show. Hit in the comments. Definitely let me know what you think. Go on to the website, buy our latest magazine. We have them in digital print. We have subscriptions available. Look, we are looking for, we have a special going on right now for brands and companies that want to do a 1-year column with us. We have 6 that are already on 1-year columns. I've been blessed to already do a 1-year subscription with over 1,000 magazines bought a month. So just understand that people don't understand the whole gist of it. For example, and I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna let y'all go. For example, Just Brittany. I had the honor of working with Just Brittany. She was on the cover of my magazine. She lives in Atlanta. She's from Houston, but she lives in Atlanta. If you don't know Just Brittany, you know, for adults, my adult, you know, go check her out. She does music and she does a lot of stuff in the community, but she does music. Young lady lives in Atlanta. She ordered 500 magazines for an industry party. So why do I say that? Not to brag, but I'm taking you somewhere real quick. So if you're in the magazine with Just Brittany, yeah, a lot of people are looking at that, but then there's times when people go back and they go look at all the other articles that are in the magazine. Guess who you just connected with? 500 of her people. Plus the 1,000 magazines we have to ship to Arizona to that company. And that has nothing to do with the 653 people that buy a magazine every month or the 179 people that are subscribed to monthly subscriptions. So it's not just an investment on, and I have to explain that part to everybody. It's not just like that, oh man, I'm in a magazine. Because we're going to do the work. We do the work. Now, what are you going to do with it? You know, you got to do something with your own lead magazine. So now, today, this month in May, I'm working with a young lady named Allie Caldwell. You might be on the East Coast. You might have heard of her. Allie Caldwell is a singer from the East Coast. Again, she's ordered 150 magazines. She's doing a tour. She's going overseas. So now what happens? Oh, you're in that magazine. Guess who you get to go see? Everybody on the East Coast. So now your sales done boosted, and you know what I'm saying? And then there's people like my man's here that might be in the magazine, and he buy a magazine. Okay, hey, let me see who's in this magazine I can bring onto the show as an entrepreneur. It's an entrepreneurship magazine. Let me see what entrepreneurs in here. Hey, now he done reached out to you to bring you on the podcast, and okay, now he got a whole different area in the country that he's in. You get where I'm coming from? People have to look at it like, okay, this is a lead magnet. It's part of your marketing budget. Make you a marketing budget. Hey, listen, every month, my marketing budget every month is $1,300. I spend on marketing. I'm talking about with cards. These are free things I give out. Cards, whatever I need for the month. You know what I'm saying? Believe it or not, I buy 200 magazines every month just to give away. Because everybody doesn't know I own a magazine company. Everybody hasn't heard about 180 Life Enterprise. They should have, but they haven't. So, hey, look, I'm at the barbershop. I see a barbershop. I'm bald, so I ain't going to no barbershop. But my son do. Hey, get us to your barber. And to this day, it makes me upset because I've given them 6 magazines. They ain't going to purchase one, but they get theirs for free. And they go add everybody in the magazine. And they do this. You know what I'm saying? And it's not for me. Again, that's not for me. If it was about the money, I would stop giving them to them 3 months ago. Like, bro, that's $15. I need mine. Give me mine. You know what I'm saying? But those are the things. So, yeah, you could go follow me, Archie J Jenkins, on Facebook, Instagram, 180 Lyfe, 180 Show, 180lyfe.com. Not with an I, but with a Y. And it's your boy, Mr. 180. You know what I'm saying? I got to do that.
Let's go. Hey, man, it's been real. It's been.
I appreciate you, man.
Yeah. Just let's hold on 1 second. I'm gonna end it. This is the Entrepreneur Kickback with Archie J Jenkins. We are out. All right. And we are not recording now. Oh man, that was dope.